Hello to you, my dear friends. It's Makis again, and I'm coming to your screens from my balcony in London. It's late in the evening, as you can see from the daylight behind me when I'm doing this video today. It's been a very busy week and I am actually quite tired. But I said to do a quick video just to give you an update of what we've done so far. Before I move on with the update, I want to say that I hope you are all well and that you are all in a good place. And you are all enjoying this time of the day and me keeping you company. Now, also I would like to say that the temperature in London at the moment when I'm shooting this video is 19 degrees Celsius or otherwise 66 Fahrenheit. A relatively warm day for London. And also taking into account it's been quite a rainy week this week, and it's the only day that has been warm and comfortable. The other days it was raining, and especially yesterday it was raining quite a bit. We had many rainy spells during the day. Now, this is the second week from the first cuttings. If you remember that we did red rose cuttings, and then the following week we did yellow rose cuttings. So I want to give you an update to see where everything is going. Before we start, make yourselves a coffee, yeah? And enjoy the warmth of the coffee while you are watching the video, yeah? So let's go and do an update. So I'm gonna take you closer to the cuttings, which are in the pots on my balcony, and I'll tell you where we stand, yeah? So please follow me. So great. This one is the red rose cutting, which we did a couple of weeks ago, and as you can see, I've got really good news about it. You can see that this cutting is working really well, yeah? I don't know if you can see, there is new leaves growing from the cutting, from the base of the cutting, which means that the cutting is working well, is alive and is developing. The fact that new leaves are growing actually signifies that new roots are developing at the bottom of the cutting. Of course, it's only been a couple of weeks and it's actually quite premature to remove the cap because it needs to keep the moisture inside. But we are on a good track. It seems to be working quite well. The other one, also there is a lot of moisture building inside. I cannot see at this point if there are any leaves growing at the bottom of the cutting. Probably not from what I can see, yeah? But taking into account it's only been 2 weeks, it's actually quite a short period of time, because as I've said to you, it takes about 6 weeks for new growth to happen and for the new roots to grow. But the first cutting is actually doing really well, and I'm really pleased with it. You can see the new leaves, yeah? It's actually amazing. Let's move on to the second one. This is our yellow rose cutting, which we did just 1 week ago. It seems to be alive. It's early times, but both the cuttings are green. They seem to be breathing. There is moisture building inside, which means there is exchange of gas, yeah? As we all know, the plants photosynthesize, which means that they collect carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and they release oxygen. So hence the building of moisture inside the cups, yeah? It's only been 1 week for this one. We'll see how it fares over time, yeah? Great. And let me take you now to the chrysanthemum cutting. Here it is. Here it is. It seems to be green. I don't see any new leaves growing at the bottom. I'm gonna remove the cap to have a look, yeah, because it looks like what is growing at the bottom might be just weeds. I'm going to remove the cap briefly just to inspect it, have a good look at it, yeah. You can actually do that and then put it back on. Actually, yes, you can see this is just a weed, yeah, which I'm going to remove now. We don't need the weeds. And also this one is a weed, quite a long root. I'm gonna remove it, yeah. We don't need the weeds. But the positive news is that the leaves are still green, the cutting is still green, yeah. And it's only been 2 weeks since we've done this cutting. As you can see, I'll inspect for any more roots of weeds. I'm gonna remove all of this, yeah. It was raining quite a lot yesterday, so you can see that the soil is still quite moist. So that doesn't need to be watered at this point, yeah. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm very happy though, it seems to be doing well. There is no new leaves growth, but it's still early days, and it's still green, which means it's most likely alive, yeah. Now we are going to have to replace the cutting over it. Okay, so let me just gently do that. We start from the very gently, very gently. Perfect, this is fantastic, and we put the cutting back on, the cap back on, just to keep the moisture inside. So this is a 2-week update of the cuttings, yeah. Any weeds, just remove them, we just don't need them, yeah. Great, very good. And we are going back to our page. So this was our 2-week update of the cuttings and how they are faring. As you can see, it is very positive news, because the red rose cutting has already produced new leaves, yeah, which means it's alive and growing. So most likely we're going to get a successful plant out of it. The other cuttings have not grown yet, but they're still green and seem to be breathing. And it's only been 2 weeks, so we have to wait another 4 weeks just to see the final results, yeah. Now let me have a sip of my coffee. And I'll tell you what we are going to do next, yeah. But so I just want to keep it a bit of a low steam, low energy video today, because as I said, I've been quite tired from the entire week that preceded, and even though I'm planning to do new cutting propagations, I'm not gonna do it this week, possibly next week, if I have the energy. If I feel more rested, I'm gonna do. But we can do some seeds. So I'll tell you what kind of seeds I want to do, yeah? Just give me a minute. Let's move this. These are all cut flowers, yeah, which I have used for cuttings in the past. So here I am again. We've got the starter kit, a new starter kit, and I'm gonna try to propagate some new seeds, which are in here in this little box, an old box of rooting hormone. There's no rooting hormone in it at the moment. There's only the seeds of the plant I want to propagate. These are actually, let me open it so I can see if I can show you. I have mixed them with soil, yeah. These are, let me think now, primrose plant seeds, yeah. The primrose are plants that reach a short height. They are beautiful. They've got really big white green leaves, which are really amazing, and they produce clusters of rosette shaped flowers, which can be in different colors. You can get red, you can get yellow, you can get orange, you can get blue, you can get anything, and they are really very beautiful. Usually these flowers bloom in the early spring, yeah? So it's not their time now, but in London, because the temperature is never too hot, you might still consider it early spring for them. We might be able to have them next year if the propagation works well, yeah? I mean, in a few weeks they should start growing, but I mean the cluster of the flowers may happen in the following year, not this year, because it's already late season, yeah? But late spring and early summer, I think is the best time to propagate them, yeah? So I've shown you pretty much how we do propagation from seeds, but I'm gonna show you again. This doesn't take as much time as it takes to do the cuttings, and because it's been quite a busy week, I prefer to do the seeds right now because it doesn't take so long. We've got here our bag with the soil that we are going to use for the propagation, yeah, and we are gonna fill in the cells. Before I fill in the cells, I want to give you an update about the other seeds that I have tried to propagate. These are the, I've got them here, these are the red aster seeds. It's been 1 week, nothing has grown as you can see, but I keep gently misting them once a week with my mister here, my water mister. Okay, yeah. So today actually I missed them because they need to stay wet. So it's only been just 1 week for them, nothing has grown, but I keep the cap over because you see it keeps the moisture building inside, and I'm gonna wait and see what happens, yeah. Maybe over the coming weeks we may have some result. If not, that's fine. Germination with seeds can be quite temperamental, but when it actually happens, it's very rewarding because you can see new life growing from just a little seed. And it would be beautiful if we are lucky in any of the plants that we have tried so far to see that actually happening. It will be quite enjoyable, and I think you will enjoy to see it as well. And obviously me, because I've been putting in all the effort for it to happen. Yeah? Also, I've got here the hibiscus seeds. For them it's been 3 weeks, but nothing has germinated yet. So I'm gonna keep waiting, yeah. At least before 6 weeks, don't give up. Give it a go. Be patient. Just keep misting them once a week gently with the water mister, yeah, because they have to stay moist. Great. So I'm gonna put the cap back on. And now I'm going to adjust my camera, so I'll show you again how I do the propagation of the seeds in the starter kits. The difference is because these seeds, the primrose plant seeds, are very small. When I received them, they were in an envelope and they were very small, and it said on the instructions, which I believe is correct, and I actually followed their advice, you have to mix them with soil and put them in the fridge for the cold stratification, at least for a month or even a couple of months if you can. These have been over a month, about a month and a half they have been in the fridge. Because then when you fill in the cells of the starter kit, it is very difficult to catch these seeds individually. They are so small, so you haven't got a chance to catch them with your finger and put them into the cells of the starter kits. So it's best to put them in soil, fill in the starter kits with soil just before the way up, and then spread the soil that has been mixed with the seeds on the very top of the cells in the starter kits, and then you mist them with water, so you have more chances that the seeds will stay on the top, still covered by a bit of soil because they have been mixed with the soil in this small cup, and then put the cup over, and they have more chances to propagate. You wouldn't have a chance of catching them individually with your fingers, yeah? So I'm gonna start the process now. I'm going to adjust the camera, so you'll be watching my hands doing the seed propagation, yeah? So here we've got the starter kit. I'm removing the cap, and we're gonna have to fill in all the cells with the soil, yeah? I'm gonna leave that aside for a minute. So as you can see, here is the starter kit all filled up now with the soil, and the top layer of the soil is contains the mixture with the seeds of the primrose plants that we want to propagate, yeah? So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna mist it a little bit more, yeah? And then after that I'm gonna put the cap over it and leave it aside on my windowsill where it can get in contact with the daylight, and I will be monitoring it over the coming weeks to see if we are lucky enough to see the primrose plant propagating from the seeds, yeah? So I'm going to do this now, just a little bit more. I'm gonna mist it. Okay. Wherever I see the cells are a little bit under the surface, I'm gonna fill in with a bit more soil, yeah? great. And we're gonna mist a little bit more, yeah? I wouldn't normally do it this way, but because I had technical problems with the camera and the tripod that goes up and down to get the right angle, I had to stop the video in the middle because my tripod just wouldn't do it. It became disintegrated. So I put the tripod back up and I'm doing it like that just for the purpose of finishing the video. I'm going to fix the tripod for... Now I think we are okay. Yeah, I think we've done it. We don't need to water that anymore. So now we can cap it. So I've got the cap here. So I'm gonna put it over it, yeah? And I'm gonna leave it aside on my windowsill. With many technical problems and with many issues and me being very tired over my weekdays before, we managed eventually to come to the end of this video. So I've done an update for you, and I've shown you again how to use the starter kits to propagate seeds. So we've done so far hibiscus seeds, red aster seeds. They haven't germinated so far, and now we've done primrose plant seeds. Yeah, so we've arrived at the end of the video. Yeah, so I'm gonna get some rest now. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had your coffee. Never mind all the I want to say to you for one more time, keep truthful to your heart, keep truthful to your mind, always be in a good place, or try to get to the best possible place that you can. Until next time, look after yourselves. I'll see you again later, yeah? Bye bye, take care, bye.